Well, hello and welcome to Wanderers Football Park, where the junior Matildas are all set to take on Thailand under 16 under lights in Western Sydney. The players are ready to come onto the pitch, for many of them the first time in green and gold. Special moments for the youngsters waiting to come on. That's because it's a much rotated squad from the ones that won the ASEAN Under-16 Championship and qualified for next year's Asian Cup earlier this year. Head coach Mike Cooper opting to cast the net wide and give a new generation of even younger talent this very special opportunity. Well, joining me on commentary for this clash is Anissa Tan. Anissa, you know a number of these players from your work with the Sapphires. Can you give us an insight into what they might be feeling right now walking out onto this pitch?
Well, I spoke to a few of them before the game, and they're quite nervous, they said. So we have to realise that some of them are 14, most of them are 15, but the 14-year-olds, I mean, they are playing A-League, so they shouldn't be too nervous.
Absolutely. Training with the seniors, the big guns. They've got family and friends in the stands here today to cheer them on as well. They will be well prepared for this moment against a Thai side who is more or less full strength, their under-16 side that they can expect to participate in the under-17 Asian Cup next year, of course, which both sides have qualified for. We'll go down at pitch side now for the pre-match ceremony.
It is with profound sorrow that Football Australia and the Football Association of Thailand acknowledge the passing of Thikit, the Queen Mother of Thailand. We kindly invite all attending to observe a moment of silence. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are able to be, please be upstanding for the national anthem of Thailand. And now, the national anthem of Australia.
moments for some of the brightest young talent in the country. So let's take a look now at how the two sides will line up for this evening's clash. For Australia under 16s, their goalkeeper Dali Birchmore, Harper Pell, Madison Davila, Zoe Dumont, Erin Tarrant, Frida Caraveris, Lara Turkin, Jada Taylor, Sienna Calvinese, Layla Habib and Adriana Stonic make up the starting 11 for the junior Matildas. Who can we look out for in this clash?
Madison Davila has been doing very, very well. She's already playing like MPL 1. So Jada Taylor has been away for a number of camps and Asian Championship. I mean, realistically, if you have a look across the side, I mean, the 16s aren't here, but there's some quality across this whole group, which is just so great for the future of women's football.
Well, whenever you see the Junior Matildas, you're watching the future of Australian football, and even more so today, the future of Australian football. We'll take a look now at the way that Thailand under 16 lines up. So in goals is Pimlapat Ewong. Then in number order is number 2, their captain, Arissa Tamsakun. Number 5, Bunyapon Sonsi. Number 6, Surasha Tana Watt. Number 7, Pasraman. Number 9, Pronapa Wisushat. Number 11, Montida Numnon. Number 12, Patarawi Bunmala. Number 13, Kagawinta Kikuntod. Number 15, Urata Janya. Number 17, Unchita Untago. And that is the starting 11 for Thailand under 16. So Thailand coming out with a near full strength side. The side that narrowly lost to Australia in the ASEAN Championship earlier this year. 1-0 defeat on the day, but they are taking on a much changed Australia. It will be a fascinating matchup between these two sides.
Yeah, I think it will be. I mean, a great challenge for the younger players. The 16s, found it quite difficult in the Asian Championship to beat them 1-0. So as I said, these are younger players again. Great challenge for them, really.
Of course, this is all in preparation for the Asian Cup next year, under 17 Asian Cup, where the top 4 of 12 teams will go on to participate in the under 17 World Cup. A feat that both of these nations would revel in qualifying for. And there'll be a slight delay as the Junior Matildas just figure out where that drink bottle is going. It'll be Thailand going from right to left on your screen to kick off. Kick and Todd getting us underway. We're underway at Wanderers Football Park. Thailand under 16s against the Junior Matildas. A young and hungry Junior Matildas side looking to prove themselves in the green and gold for the very first time. But it is Thailand immediately on the attack. Sengta was looking to release Numnun out on that right flank. Defended well enough in the end. We can expect Thailand to have some of this early possession, perhaps, given the youth of Australia.
Also, I think there's a lot of lost possession early on. I mean, players obviously on both sides probably nervous, but it's a little bit scrappy to start with, but I'm sure the game will move on.
Sonsi. Ontago all the way back. Tanawat to her captain, Tamsakul. Looking for joy up that right flank, but it's Australia with the opportunity in transition. Taylor is one of the top scorers at the Under-15 Emerging Matildas Championships this year with 8 goals. In fact, was the top scorer,
Yes, she
the
was.
final MVP as well.
What's good about Jada is she's actually right-footed, but scores most of her goals left-footed, so great asset to have when you can use both feet.
You see the early hallmarks of that style of play that Australia are looking to impart throughout their national teams. Habib out to Taylor, has options in the middle, looks across it to the back post, no one arriving on time. So Turkin to Stonic. All the way back to the right back, Pell, and they'll look to switch play from the back. Erin Tarrant, who's the MVP of the Under-16 Emerging Matildas Championships. A Victorian defender. Plays for Heidelberg in the NPLW Victoria as well. Is just getting in a little bit of a tangle on that right wing. So now here come Thailand in transition. Big ball over the top, a challenge for Birchmore. Deals with it well.
Yeah, it helps you to have an early touch. I mean, someone like Birchmore, it's great that she's with Melbourne City and she gets opportunity to train with Barbieri. I mean, couldn't get a better development, really.
It's fantastic for these youngsters to get exposure at senior level in training environments and then be able to come into these sorts of environments and get an understanding of what it means to be a national team player.
It's interesting to see Thailand's formation in terms of leaving the two at the back just central here. We should be able to exploit them out wide, to be honest.
Here might be an opportunity of that. And then they've come straight back inside to Stonic. Just for inside, and then the pass back. Almost leaving Dumont in trouble. She dealt with it well. You see the attempts to try and play out from the back for Australia. Shot from distance. It came out to Sancta. Dragged her shot wide, but you can see what they're trying to do, the junior Matildas.
Yeah, as I said, if we can get out wide early, as I said, and play the ball quickly, we will catch them out wide. You know, Jada's already got free once.
Delphic played up to Calvinese. Looked to help it on. Turkin couldn't quite get there in time. Calvinese. Pell. Harper Pell. Inverted run. It's the use of inverted wing backs. We've seen both full backs cutting inside.
Yes, I mean, a lot of the coaches now use that ploy. I mean, Harper's a great player, so could play the role very, very well. I think the experience that she's had through some camps as well will help her today.
High interception towards Thailand with Sajshat trying to get there. Erin Tarrant getting the first touch and able to play it back to her keeper just in time. Tarrant, one of 6 players who participated in the AFC qualification to get through to the Asian Cup, which will be held in March next year, the Under-17 Asian Cup, of course.
Australia's putting a lot of pressure on to trying to, to get the turnover, but obviously Thailand are doing exactly the same thing. So they've had a lot of success, Thailand, once they put pressure on the ball.
An opportunity for a switch of play. Sonsi able to come back for Thailand, but again, that pressure, as you mentioned.
So when you have an isolated chaser, then obviously they'll get out. So.
Throw up the line. Another Habib in a battle. It's played through by Turkin. Calvinese chasing after it. Goal kick is the call. Calvinese appealing for a corner, but just couldn't quite rein it in time.
It's unfortunate too. I mean, she's in a good position there, and we need more numbers in the box if we're going to, capitalise on that run and that ball. As we were saying earlier, though, I'm sure that the girls are nervous to start with the first 10 minutes. A lot of turnovers.
Some good work from Habib, and those nerves, they will ease as the game goes on and the players recognise it's just another game of football.
Yeah.
Again, Habib trying to turn away, find space. Caraberis losing out. You certainly see the patterns of play at this stage as well. Moving back and forth and trying to find those openings. And it's something that's Taylor denied by the offside flag. And something that's been talked about a lot, having this consistent playing style across all of the age groups in Australia. Joe Montemuro, the head coach of the senior Matildas, actually was at training a couple of nights ago for the junior Matildas, and they were, of course, delighted to see him there and taking an interest. But it's certainly something that he has been keen to employ since his appointment as Matilda's coach. And that style is a possession-based style. As Australia on the charge here, Calvinese, ball across the face of goal. Australia win the first corner of the evening.
So just there, as I was saying before, when obviously we didn't have his success before in terms of the cross, but we did this time. I think, to get our goal, we just need more numbers in the box there. Obviously, we have a set play here outside the ball, just at the edge of the 18-yard box, and see what becomes of this one.
Habib to take, the Victorian. Out swinging delivery. Came out to the captain, Tarrant, who tried to play it back to Kabila. Kabila wasn't able to get the shot away. So again, the junior Matildas reset. Tarrant, having had to track back all the way back from that corner, does well. Caraberis losing out in that challenge, and here come Thailand, kicking Todd. Left foot strike! Wonderful save.
That's a great save.
It was fantastic work from Kawantita Gigantod, who managed to find space and shoot with the left peg. But Darley Gore Birchmore equal to the task.
It's interesting to see what setup Thailand have here, almost the same as Australia did.
It's Monsita Numnon to take the corner.
Interesting how there's nobody on the keeper. Usually, in the modern game today, people leave players on the keeper. So,
in swinging delivery, bodies flying everywhere, poked out. And shot blocked away. Junior Matildas defend well, and then immediately looking to counter. Calvinese again has been very busy so far. Sienna Calvinese, another Victorian. He's got a hat-trick against the Northern Mariana Islands in that Asian Cup qualification. Lovely feet through the middle there from Boomala. Had to be defended well. Stonage losing out. Keegan Todd, who's been busy in Thailand's midfield.
Most of the Thailand players very, very comfortable on the ball. You know, you've got a good, great possession passing game.
And that's something that the Thai national teams have become known for at a junior level. And Targo not able to get the crossing that she would have liked. The investment in Thai football in the last few years at junior level, they're reaping the rewards with their results. Again, came very close at the ASEAN Under-16 Championships, and they were the defending champions of that tournament. And Australia were able to defeat them in the final.
I think across all of Asia now, I mean, they're spending a lot of money across women's football, so a lot of the Asian countries are becoming far more proficient.
Targo found its teammate. We'll come back to Tanawat. Looking to switch play again. Janya into the centre of the park on Targo. Wizard Shat cutting inside. Wizard Shat! And Thailand score the first. It's their number 9, Pronapa Wizard Shat, the 14-year-old, who gets the strike on goal. And it's the visitors who take the lead.
It's quite interesting in the warm-up, watching Thailand train in the warm-up. Spent a lot of time doing shooting in the warm-up and very, very proficient in all aspects. You mean left foot, right foot, so not really a surprise, to be honest.
They've been very proficient in the centre of the park, and that's something that we noted pre-game, Anissa, the size difference.
Yes, yeah. I thought that was a little bit of a worry in terms of, yes, we do have, 14 and 15-year-olds, but whereas previously we've had 16-year-olds, and, just that age difference and size difference does matter at this level.
And the 12 months is a long time.
Yes.
At this age. But it was a wonderful goal from Wizard Shat, and a number of Thai players have done that a couple of times where they've managed to find some space. That time the shot not able to be thwarted.
It'll be interesting to see how Australia react now that they're down 1-0, especially as I said with the younger players.
Of course, this isn't the only time that these two teams will meet this week. They will meet in Gosford on Friday night as part of a double header with the senior Matildas. So that'll be a thrill for these players. So regardless of the result today, they'll have a few days to watch the tape and have another crack at it on Friday.
With such a large squad, I'm assuming he'll change the roster for that game, but there's nothing better than playing a curtain raiser to the senior Matilda team. The players will be so excited.
Still plenty of time left in this one. That's a lovely ball through the middle. Turkin trying to find space and tried to play the ball to Habib. Couldn't find the pass. Thai defence has been very disciplined so far. Intercepted well in midfield, but the Thai foot just takes it away and dampens the prospect of the Australian counter-attack. And goal scorer, Wizard Shat. Nice run through the middle. Picked up by Sengta. Janya. Not able to get past the junior Matildas out there. Now a chance to reset perhaps for Australia. Tarrant trying to come forward and regather a pass that was lost. Instead it falls to the feet of Montago. Just struggling to get out of their half of failure.
I think a lot of it comes down to also, I mean, obviously they're technically very good, but they seem to, some of the players...
Shot from distance! Once again, Birchmore rising high to deny the Taramon Centre. Just finding those pockets of space outside the penalty area at the moment, Thailand.
But yeah, what I was just going to say is it also does seem that a little bit quicker than us across the whole park. So that makes it like a great difference in terms of if your technical ability is really good and if you've got that little edge of speed as well. That's why they're getting the chances to have, you know, some quality shots.
Exactly the kind of environment that these youngsters for Australia will relish being tested in. Tanawat Tamsakul, her captain. Tamsakul from distance. Birchmore read it well. This press from Thailand proving quite effective. Of course, we know the press, it's not just about directly winning the ball back, it's also about forcing errors and 50-50 balls that you can then win back.
Yeah, and you're also trying to force to a side, you know, or force to, you know, a play you think that you can isolate and win the ball from. So they're very, very disciplined.
Here come Thailand again. Centre can't get there ahead of Birchmore, who again read play really well.
We're almost 20 in, and as I said, Australia hasn't had a great deal of possession. A lot of turnovers. So, great tackle.
Mary Tarrant getting herself in amongst it. One of the few 16-year-olds in this Australian side. And the offside flag will deny another attack for Thailand. It was Gigantod coming back from an offside position.
So Jada Taylor coming more central allows the wide play to try and get through, but we haven't been able to hit them yet. So she's making space for that wide play to come in, but unfortunately we haven't been able to find her. They like coming this side, which is usually because people are right-footed, we find. So if you're right-footed, you play across to your left. Most of the time, these players are trying to come out through this side.
The right idea there for Thailand had that pass connected. So Shat was away.
See, there are 4 players around the ball from Thailand, so they've been working hard to win the ball back.
And that's exactly what they'd like to see, of course. Preparation for them for that Under-17 Asian Cup next year. And 4 out of 12 teams qualify for the Under-17 World Cup.
A lot of support here for Alara, obviously been a Western Sydney Wanderers player. It's good to see.
Ball trying to get in behind. Pelt deals with it well, and the pace up top. Birchmore managed to get the ball away before Wissard Shat arrived. But that's an example of what you were saying, Anissa, of just that extra little bit of speed for Thailand. And that ball, a little bit of an errant touch for Turkan, just couldn't quite get it under her control and past the Thai captain in defence.
Yeah, it would have been interesting if she could bring that ball down, had a 2-on-2 at the back there. Two good players. I reckon they could have exploited the two at the back if they had a better touch. Need to be careful here. We'll lose the ball here again. Yeah.
That's a consistent pattern at the
Yeah,
moment.
they're just swarming and they're just waiting for someone to get it, and then they start sending more number, and then they're looking to send more. So realistically, you can't get out.
Mm-hmm. For these youngsters experiencing international football for the first time, what kind of lessons do they have to learn pretty fast in the next 70 minutes or so to be able to deal with this? Because this is on another level from, I imagine, what past.
Yeah, the highest level probably is the emerging Matildas championship, or I mean, some of them are playing, obviously training with senior A-League teams or your MPL 1.
Sonsi's delivery. Lead away at the back post.
But probably the main thing is, obviously, I mean, the speed of their touch. They don't have as much time on the ball as they think. You know, the speed of the support that they need needs to be a lot quicker. Otherwise, you just get isolated. And as I said, they're sending 2 or 3 players in, and therefore you lose the ball.
Just running into trouble.
So
there.
yeah, once again, we've got a turnover solely because, you know, we've been swarmed, and then someone's picked up second ball, and obviously Thailand have the ball again now.
Through Pell, managing to just about clear. It's come out to Homtago. Thailand trying to pass through the massive green and gold bodies in front of them. There's a nice little wall pass. Muller, that time, again, just not able to get through and find the clear-cut opportunity.
Another thing I find with Thailand, obviously, I mean, most of them seem to be able to use 2 feet, which is something that we're really working on here in Australia. That we need 2 feet. We need to be able to distribute. We need to be able to shoot with 2 feet. So it doesn't really matter where the ball comes. We can play that. We can play that option, or we can play that shot. You can see from Thailand that's something obviously that they can do. Obviously, the year older, they've played for a bit longer, and probably worked on that. But we really need to work on that here in Australia.
I'll tell you what, we've been talking about the majority of this Thai team being a year older, but Veronica Wisachat, who scored the goal and is so fast up front, only 14 years of age, she could be a really, really special talent. With the throw. Looking for Turkin, and now excellent work from Habib to keep the ball in. Now the switch of play. Caraberis manages to keep the ball. Fantastic work from Caraberis, but can't find the release for Jada Taylor out on that left flank.
Like you're saying before, I mean, it's a good learning curve for these girls in terms of just realising, the pace of the game, the pace of the international match is a lot quicker than what they're used to.
That ball down the line should be able to deal with by Gabila. It is. And now
got out
that
wide
ball
again,
over
which is
the
good.
top. Taylor. What can Jada Taylor do here? It's a 2-on-2 in the middle. If she can put a ball in. Byline tries to keep it in. Now towards the back post. No one quite making the run. Justonic will come and challenge. Australia win the ball back. Calvinese. Again, no one making that back post run. The cross not quite finding a teammate. Advantage played here for Thailand. 2-on-2 at the back. Striding forward is Numnon. Fantastic defending from Maddie Gabila. Another 14-year-old, her first call up. Manages to stifle the counter-attack. But Australia, a transition of their own. Anissa is pointing out to Calvinese, and that's where it goes. Sienna Calvinese.
Well done.
Shot blocked. And really, for the first time in this game, Thai keeper Pimlapat Ewong forced to make a save.
The phase before, well, we've got an injury down here. The phase before when Jada had the ball, that's where it's disappointing. So she's made a break and it's quite good, but we've got one person in the box and probably 20 metres between, our offensive three and our next midfielders. It makes it really hard, if you're looking up and you want to cross and all you see is black shirts.
So Zoe DeMont there given a yellow card for the foul in the build-up. Referee Molly Godsell spotting the foul, playing advantage, and then coming back for the card later. So good refereeing. And that is what has caused this injury for Thailand. So a little stoppage in play. An opportunity for both sides to take stock. About midway through the first half, it is Thailand under 16s who currently lead the junior Matildas 1-0, thanks to a strike from their 14-year-old number 9, Pranapa Wizard-Shat.
Be interesting what the assistant coaches are speaking to the players about at the moment. Obviously, Mike is injured, so he's probably relayed the message to his assistants. But to me, obviously, they need to try and speed up, their offense and their passing game. And once again, as I said, utilise out wide, because in the phase before when Jada did have the ball, so she was free, but then also were free on the other side out wide. So if they're going to play with that sort of, central two centre backs and then let the rest move forward, a quick transition, and quality ball will get them.
And for everyone watching back home, Anissa making that reference, Mike is injured. Head coach Michael Cooper currently on crutches after an ankle reconstruction, I believe.
Ankle fusion, he told me. He was hoping for a scooter, but I don't think that's arrived.
We saw him very slowly making his way to the dugout just before play. Can't be easy trying to coach on crutches.
No. Mike's been really good, though, while we've got this injury. Mike's been really good in terms of, the time he spends with the member federations and associations, coming to visit the States, coming to talk to the coaches, relaying what he wants from the players. So then us as coaches can go back, and work on what he wants, what sort of player he wants, what style of player he wants, the playing style he wants. It's almost constant. It's really good and refreshing to have a coach like that just come in all the time, and talk to us and give us the information, whereas previously we haven't had that. So we can go back and go, okay, well, he wants this, and training to accommodate him.
Number 5, Wanyapon Sonsi, being replaced by number 3, Atitya.
So unfortunately, Bunyapon Sonsi not able to continue for Thailand. She's substituted out. Titaya Nutong, player coming in to replace her. In an unfortunate way, Sonsi's night to end. And hopefully she's okay, and hopefully we'll see her in some capacity on Friday. It's Thailand who are immediately looking to spring the attack, but Tarrant sees the space in front of her and takes it. Caraberis. Now Tarrant continuing her run forward, the centre-back. Not too foreign territory for her. Now she'll have to hare it back as Thailand look to transition once again. Look at the pace of Numno, and she can't quite get there. And that is what Thailand have been doing all game, just using that pace up top and being able to get in behind.
See, it also looks like Australia's sitting a little bit higher now as well. So because of that, Thailand's adapted a little bit, if you have a look across the back line. So they haven't, obviously maybe that's instructions that have come out, but we're sitting a little bit higher now. See how it's interesting, so they've come across, see how the space opens up on the outside of the the left-hand side. We need to start trying to exploit that. So when we come across, they all come across. We could get our fullbacks in through there, which would, create more opportunities.
Opportunity cut out there by Tristonic. And now long ball forward. Turkin Offside flag is raised. Just slightly mistiming her run there, Alara Turkin.
It's funny how you have an injury like that, and just that sort of minute or two, it just allows the coaches an opportunity to fix what's wrong, or fix things that aren't working well. Yeah, and you can just see just a little tweak for both teams, which is good.
Nutong, a substitute with the throw. And Habib seems to have a bit of a free roaming role, Layla Habib. We've seen her in almost every part of the pitch already in this game, trying to touch every blade of grass.
I think because Caraberis and Tarrant are sitting a little bit deeper, it just gives her the free roll, in front of them. So obviously they're meant to be a little bit more defensive. Hopefully we can get out through her now.
And for that switch of play, risky from defence, but it's come out to Australia's advantage. Jada Taylor commits a foul in her enthusiasm.
See, but that's interesting because Jada's quite a quick player, and you can see, as I said, that speed difference. Obviously I'm aware of how quick she is, and then in that instance, Thailand are able to catch her. So whether it is that age thing or is it, or they've just got an exceptionally quick team.
Good strength from Taylor, who was bundled into by Wizard Shut, and her enthusiasm to win the ball back. Taylor just stood her ground, managed to win her side the throw.
It's a free kick, actually. We've got a free kick, I think.
Oh, there you go. So one better. Nothing wrong with standing your ground. That's one thing that often at community level, at least, teaching players to take up their space is always quite the challenge. Taylor has absolutely no issue with it at all. Sainter was looking for space outside the penalty area to take another strike. She wasn't able to do so, but Australia committing the foul and giving Thailand a set-piece opportunity in a very dangerous area.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do here. I mean, to me, I would have a direct shot, but we'll see what they do. As I said, once again, the foul was caused because Australia's trying to win the ball, and unfortunately giving away a foul.
Ranjita Homtago, the player standing over it alongside Kanyapat Munyon. Apologies. Munyon, but it is Homtago standing over it. Boon Muller, in fact, leaves it for Homtago. Homtago with the strike. Straight at Birchmore.
It's interesting she went that side. There's plenty of space on the other side. If they were able to get it over the wall, I thought they would have gone the other side. Straight into the keeper's hands isn't very effective.
Boon Muller looking for the overlapping run of Nutong. Once again, Stonich is there. She's been very busy. As a coach with this new all-Australian technical philosophy, when you see players making those passes across the face of goal in the defensive third, is that all a part of just the risk-reward part of football, and you're willing to take that risk in order to hopefully keep possession and create opportunities further up the pitch?
Yeah, the most important thing, obviously, is to keep possession.
Nice run there from Calvinese.
It is a risk, because obviously if your technique lets you down and you lose the ball, it's a big gamble, isn't it?
Is that something that's sort of come down through junior levels, particularly over these last few months, footballing philosophy that Matildas head coach Joe Montemuro wants to have all of the national teams portray that possession-based football? Is that kind of a part of it, that little bit of risk-taking and hoping to keep the ball?
Yeah, we call it being brave, you know, so it's where you do it. I mean, if you're in your own 18, you don't want to be taken too much. Once you move up the park, it's more of a matter of, you know, can we be brave? Can we be creative? That's what's going to, you know, get your goal.
Nice touch from Habib.
Yeah, and a great, good attempt there, outside of foot.
Looking for the run of Calvinese. Calvinese strong, does exceptionally well, and now here's Turkin. No, Turkin.
But as you watch the phase of play there, so we've received the ball, and we've got the ball up there, but our two, what I'd say, sixers aren't coming up to help. So, you know, we need to get more numbers to help those forward players, you know, make a massive difference. They can't be standing here watching to seeing what's going to happen. They need to go and affect the game.
Turkin turning Calvinese. Can't get there ahead of the Thai captain, Tamsakun. Habib. Central. Turkan. Both teams claiming it's their ball. Thai keeper Ewong delighted that it's a goal kick.
The Western Sydney Wanderers will be, you know, happy at the moment. They've got 3 players on the field that play for them. It's a good percentage, really, when you think about it, for the Australian team.
Advantage for those players as well. They'll know this pitch well.
They would train here all the time. Yep. So it's a great facility out here, though. So, I mean, so many pitches.
Tyrant, hefty challenge. Play continues. She's wearing the captain's armband today, Erin Tarrant, and has been a leader in her actions on the pitch as well. Really sturdy in defence. Not only is it development for these young Australian players, they're also putting their hand up to be selected in that squad to go to the Asian Cup next year.
Yeah, it's an opportunity for some of these young players, you know, to obviously take the position of the older players. All it needs is, you know, a couple of really good games and Mike's happy with your performance. I mean, obviously they have the opportunity to play World Cups in the future, but right now, it's, you know, it's about winning. So if they think, you know, 14, 15-year-old's the best person for that position, I know he'll pick them.
Stonich for the reverse pass. It's read very well by Nutog. Targo can't get past the defence, and Australia just immediately losing out in midfield.
It'll be interesting to see how many subs, you know, Mike makes at half-time, because you can see, I mean, they've had a lot of possession. Thailand, we're chasing. You can see a couple of girls, hands on hips. It's hard work internationally. There's another one down the back with hands on hips, just chasing the ball because they have such good possession, and obviously because they're quicker. I mean, it means that you're trying to run at your top speed to keep up with them. Yeah, I'd like to see how many subs he makes at half-time.
It's a hot and humid evening as well. It's okay as a spectator, but you can imagine as a player, it would be very, very sticky out there.
Ooh.
Birchmore's pass intercepted by Wizard Shot. Tries to get it central. Tyrant cuts it out. Now the junior Matildas, here's their opportunity. Can they fashion a chance before half-time? Lara Turkan.
But see, even now, how we've got 3 midfielders, you know, watching to see what they're doing. We need to go in and get underneath and support them. Otherwise, yeah, we'll be out again.
And they've had to get through a mountain of work. The midfield for Australia in this game. Cara Barris has been incredibly strong. Stonich as well. And there'll be another opportunity to arrest perhaps another Thai player, unfortunately gone to ground. Hopefully that's nothing more than a bit of cramp. We'll see if the pickle juice comes out.
Frida should be used to this sort of level in terms of the fact, she is a young player. She is 14, but she is training with the A-League Wanderers. The intensity of the training, should equate realistically to this. So players like that, should be in a position to play well in this situation.
Of course, for Australia, a massive opportunity to play in front of home fans. For Thailand, it's a learning opportunity about travelling, about coming here and playing, and with that, especially as young players, it's tough on the body to travel to Australia.
Oh, it definitely is. It's a long, well, it's not too long a flight, but it's interesting too with the Australian team that, this is probably the first time, whether there's nerves as well, because they are playing at home with their family here. Most of the, they've had camps or they've travelled overseas, so this is probably the first time they've had the opportunity to play at home. It does put a little bit of pressure on you because, you want to do well for your friends and your family. That little bit of pressure sometimes, means you don't, maybe 5% don't have as good a game as you want. But it is actually great to see, Football Australia putting games on in Australia so the public can come and watch them here.
Absolutely fantastic, and thank you very much for joining us on the Football Australia YouTube channel to watch this coverage from wherever you are. It is wonderful to have your company as we watch not just the next generation of the next generation take the pitch at Wanderers Football Park today. It is Australia on the attack here. Throw for the penalty area. And Turkin's been very busy. Just hasn't quite managed to find that clear strike on goal that she's been searching for. She's been incredibly well marshalled. See Boonmala, the player for Thailand, marking her very tightly, and then the defence of Thailand very well organised. Nutong launching the ball forward. Pell deals with it well. Stonic beats a couple. Can't beat Tanawat. Dumont just losing out with the pass, and now again Thailand trying to find a way forward.
But also Thailand's ability to hold up the ball under pressure, is great. And then people are coming under support, and that's obviously why they're keeping good possession.
Nutong trying again for that long ball over the top. Pell trying to marshal her player away from goal. It'll come back central for Sengta. Birchmore can't claim. And it's tapped home. Gawantita Gigantod gets Thailand second just before half-time.
Birchmore will be really disappointed with that. But we got to think about too, we were always taught as defenders, if the ball's coming through from a shot, you follow with the ball yourself, you don't just follow. So, defenders need to be there just for the what if.
A disappointing way to end the half for Australia. There'll be 5 minutes of stoppages due to those couple of injuries for Thailand. So perhaps 5 minutes for the junior Matildas to get themselves on the score sheet as well.
The official has indicated there will be a minimum of 5 minutes additional time.
Interesting too, changes, your team talk at half-time if you're only losing 1-0 and you're still in the game, and then obviously, we've now just copped a goal, it's probably worst case scenario when you cop a goal in the last minute before the half finishes. Changes your team talk, maybe changes your tactics to see what, he's going to do now.
Again, a reminder, these youngsters, the vast majority of which are 15-year-olds taking on the 16-year-olds of Thailand. Birchmore did go away with the team for those AFC qualifiers, but didn't play. A Victorian goalkeeper, another one of the 15-year-olds in the side.
It's just that sharpness of the Thai players, you know, and just getting in, winning first tackle, winning second ball. We need to try and fix that.
Second, turning away. Habib goes central. Taylor, offside flag, would have denied her regardless. It was a good save from Ewang. Jada Taylor. Saw the Red Sea open up for her, but came back from an offside position. It is one of the brightest passages of play that we've seen from Australia, and perhaps good signs heading into the second half.
We have the ability, to do it. It's just a matter of, can we, when we break lines, can we support earlier so we just have greater numbers, and the retention of the ball would be greater, and obviously the opportunity to score will be greater as well.
Gila. Pass intercepted. Zakud leaning forward for Thailand. Stonich now for Australia. You can hear calls of good idea because Pell was off and running with the overlapping run. It would have been a 2v1.
I was just watching Caraberas because looked like she either lost a shoe or she rolled her ankle just then. So hopefully she's okay.
No doubt, regardless, she'll try and get herself through to half-time. Only minutes away now.
So they're more sitting in a 4-1-4-1 now, Ty. So
that's a lovely turn from Turkin. Players ahead. It'll be Harper Pell, the right back, who's come all the way up to try and get the ball in. A timely sliding challenge from Matatia Nutog. Go out for a corner.
We've got a corner, so a goal here make a massive difference to what happens at halftime team talk.
Layla Habib on corner taking duties. Player coming short, and that's where it will go. Gabila back to Habib. Offside flag raised. So the corner routine from the training ground just gone slightly wrong there, and credit to Thailand for being alert to the danger.
Habib there stretching her calves. Hopefully we haven't got a few people struggling under conditions. As if Australia's done a lot of work, a lot of running.
Hot and humid in Western Sydney. There was a hint that there may be storms on the horizon, but as it stands, nothing of the sort in view. Absolutely gorgeous sunset in Western Sydney to enjoy. So half-time at the Wanderers Football Park. It is Thailand who are 2 goals to the good. Pramapa Wisachat scored early in the first half, and just before the break it was Kawantita Gikantod who made it to Junior Matildas. Not without their chances. Now look to push ahead and get a goal or a couple back in the second half. But half-time, it is Australia 0, Thailand 2. Young coming on to the pitch as well. So 2 debutants in Australian colours for the junior Matildas. Can they turn this scoreline around in the second half? So far, we have seen a technically dominant Thailand side against an Australian side, most of which 12 to 24 months younger than their opposition, but a fantastic opportunity. First time in green and gold, in front of their home fans, in front of friends and family out here in Western Sydney. Joining me on commentary once again for this second half, former Matilda Anissa Tan, Sapphire's coach as well. You've had a lot to do with a lot of these players. It is Australia on the attack early. Jada Taylor looking to find the ball in the middle. Wouldn't they love an early goal to kick-start this second half? It's headed away. Substitute Harper looking to recycle possession. But Anissa, what do Australia have to do in this second half to get back in this game?
I think they've made a good decision to start with. If we talk about that, both Tessa and Chelsea are probably the quickest players that we have. So they've brought a bit of speed on.
Boon Muller for Thailand, quick as well, looking to find a shot on her left. Instead, she'll play it across to her number 9, who flashes it across the face of goal with a shot. She scored in the first half and almost made it 3 in the second. Australia getting away with that one.
See, by putting Tessa next to Maddie Gabilla, I mean, that's a good decision in terms of the fact that, I mean, she's exceptionally quick. And then Chelsea Harper is someone that will also try and get forward, and then she's ridiculously, when we do stats with her, just off the chart. So a little bit of speed will make a little bit of difference, I hope. She'd be very nervous, Chelsea. We found her very, very late. She was playing for Manly, and we brought her in. We had a little look at her, and look where she is now.
A proud moment for her, a proud moment for all of these players, and of course the players who don't make the pitch today. Mike Cooper, their head coach, has indicated he will try to get them game time in the second game of this 2-match series on Friday night as a curtain raiser to the senior Matildas game against New Zealand in Gosford. Really fantastic day to be an Australian football fan on Friday.
Yeah, double header. I mean, as a young player, you'd just be so excited playing the curtain raisers. I mean, obviously you get to see your idols as well, so it'd be great. So this is Chelsea. I mean, you probably straight away see the difference in terms of, you know, her mobility and speed on the ball.
Immediately seeing that pace of Harper. For someone like her, you mentioned she'd be nervous, but coming in after half of football from the bench, surely she'd be raring to go.
Yeah, she's one of those kids, I think more should be super excited. She's just a great kid, great kid to work with. I'm so proud of her. I'm so happy that she's got the opportunity to play for Australia.
Taylor looking to press high. A little bit more intent already out of the blocks in this second half from Australia. It is a hot and humid evening. That will play its part. It already has in this game, but particularly in the second half.
I think what you can also notice, I don't even know, is the communication. There's like a lot more talk from the Australian.
Ball across the face of goal.
Yeah, a lot more talk from the Australian players. You can hear them all talking. So obviously, I mean, Mike spoke to them. Communication is just so important. But I mean, everyone's talking now, which is great.
Be one of those little tweaks that can make all the difference at halftime. Albanese. That substitute in defence has meant that Captain Erin Tarrant is now at left back. It was somewhat of a wrecking ball. Went on a magnificent forward run at one stage. We sent it up 3/4 of the way up the park. So at left back, she'll just have a little bit more freedom to make her way up the pitch and play her part in an attacking sense as well.
That's another area that we're looking at in the future, that we really need a few left footers. So I know Mike's experimented with a few players out there, but they've pretty much solely been right footers. It's something, obviously, you know, in terms of development, we have to work on in the future and find ourselves some left footers.
You are a youngster watching this, younger than this age group, and you are a left footer.
Yep.
That's the call up from Anissa Tan.
Put your hand up.
Ball out of possession. Habib. Losing out. Nomnon trying to play a 1-2 with Janya. Instead taking the ball out of play, so the junior Matildas an opportunity to build from the back.
Both Maddie and Tessa should have good. They both played together for the Sky, you know, 15's state team this year in those positions. So they've played a lot together realistically in those two. I mean, should be good.
How important is it for a centre-back pair to know each other and have a relationship on the pitch?
I just think it's just more, you know what they're going to do. So, you know, you don't have to sort of anticipate or what, you know, think what are they going to do, what they're going to do. You know what they're going to do. So it's just so much easier to work together.
Cara Barris and Calvinese combining. And it's Thailand who come up with the ball. Sengta. Down to Nomnon. Centering ball. Gigan Todd. Research Shot arrives. He's defended well. Strong defence from Harper. Too strong, according to referee Molly Godsell. So Thailand will have a set-piece opportunity.
When we have tracking on some of these girls, I mean, like Chelsea, one of the games we played for Emerging Matildas almost did 1,000 top speed meters, like high speed meters, which is just ridiculous.
Wow.
Just a superb athlete. Probably too strong, like stronger than she realises. So, but yeah, I really hope she progresses because it's a great kid.
As much as you don't want players to commit fouls, it ends up in situations like this. It is good to see young players getting involved and being strong in the challenge.
Yeah, it's obviously important that make sure the foul is somewhere where they can't score. This is interesting, obviously a set piece. You know what they're doing, so they know what they're doing here. Yeah, so.
The face of goal. Well, that would have been one for the highlights reel had that come off. Do you think that was intentional?
Yeah, it was. What they've tried to do is, like, they've come in as if they're going to take it. So I don't know if you saw the movement from the Australian team. So people come off players as if like they're going to play the ball, and then they didn't, and then they've played the player in for the shot. So people are realistically not in the perfect position because of that like little stall.
And because there's 3 players surrounding the ball, you don't know where it's going to go. The players don't know where it's going to go.
Yeah.
It just adds that extra little dimension.
As soon as that person, the first person, like went to go, you saw, as I said, you saw the movement. It's just a couple of paces, but it just means that you're probably a little bit further away from your opponent. It's a good set piece.
We'll keep an eye out for more inventive set pieces as the game goes on.
Steal it for the state team.
Come Australia.
Well
nice turn from Calvinese. Beating 2 players, but the pass didn't match the quality of the turn, unfortunately. Too far ahead of Layla Habib. Neither team in a particular hurry to get things underway again. Thailand with the throw. Thailand's technical ability in tight spaces has been very, very impressive tonight.
It's something that they would work on against all the Asian teams, especially the Japanese team. I mean, they've just got such good ball possession skills, first touch, you know, both feet. just really hard to get the ball off him.
Tessa Young. Long ball over the top. It's being chased down by Harper Pell.
But the idea is right, because once again, see, we've got outside of them, so we've got isolated the end defender there, and I mean, get a little bit better ball, and maybe a goal scoring opportunity there. But good intent from Tessa Young there.
Pell, her first time in green and gold. She was previously at the April camp, so has been called up for the junior Matildas before.
Tessa?
Harper Pell.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is, first camp, first games.
Good covering defence there from Gabilla.
So the two centre-backs are like quite vocal, type defenders, which I think will help the structure and get a bit more organised now. So.
Jania getting a second opportunity with the throw. Interesting throw-in technique. I'll have a third look at it, this time a bit more conventional, looking to launch it central. It's been intercepted by Sengta, who takes the shot third time in this game. Dali Gore Birchmore able to tip it over the crossbar and prevent the long-range effort. May have just hurt herself in the landing.
I think she's got cramp, possibly.
Based on the way that they're trying to stretch it out, it does look like nothing more than cramp. But she is back on her feet, which is appreciated by the crowd here. Over 1,000 unofficially. It's the commentator's estimate here at Wanderers Football Park today. It is a very healthy crowd.
It's interesting before you're saying about the throw-in, like at one stage, Australia had 5 defenders there, so they had the throw-in. It was a 5v1, and they're still willing to throw the ball and try and keep possession of the ball with a 5v2.
There's the corner in. It's gone high. Not able to be cleared. Bouncing around the volley on the left boot from Antatia Nutong. That would have been quite something had that landed on target. Fantastic technique in the end, just skewing wide. Long ball from Gabilla. Intercepted by Thailand. Ball across the face. Birchmore read it well. Blame. Now 2 Thailand players rushing into the penalty area there. Again, look at the pace. The covering defence of Wizard Shut. Been busy in attack, but then able to come back in cover as well.
Yeah, there I thought, as I said, quick throw. I thought we were going to be out. And the Thai players have all got back, and once again we've lost possession of the ball. But I mean, we did try a quick throw there, quick movement. Once again, see, we just need to try and keep better possession of the ball sometimes.
Now in the 60th minute of the game, it's Thailand still leading Australia 2-0, thanks to 2 first half goals. The first coming to Pronapa Wizard Shat, the second coming to Keegan Todd, and Australia looking to get the goal back, but it's not quite able to hit that final ball at the moment. Build-up plays looked promising, but it's just that final pass.
Yeah, it was a good attempt by Caraberos. I mean, she's tried to curl it outside out of her feet and get the ball in between the 2 defenders. I mean, a little bit better, but at least we're having a bit more forward movement.
There's been a change in intent in the second half as a cooler breeze comes across Wanderers Football Park. finding her way out of trouble, finding her way upfield. Pass it back to her captain, Tarrant. Caraberis. Young. Now the junior Matildas looking to go up the right flank. Footwork from Harper, all the way back from Birchmore.
Like you're talking about before about the risk, I mean we get a good ball and then we go back. I mean, sometimes, to create a goal in the middle of the park, you've got to start taking a few little risks, try for that killer ball, get rid of the safe ball. I mean, Jade is dribbling now, that's what you want. You want people to take people on.
That situation right there from Jada Taylor is what we're talking about. That was fantastic effort. Picked the ball up from deep, beat a player on the dribble, and then is in space. That's what Australia need a little bit more of.
Like Harper Pell did it before, and it looked quite promising, and then we've come back out and we've gone back through the back four. So I think they just need to, back their ability.
Numnuan looking for the cross in. It was blocked by Gabilla, who did really well to get back. Birchmore claims and will have a moment to tie player down. The stretch indicating it's a bit of a cramp. Birchmore's down with cramp as well.
But sometimes you wonder if it's just a ploy, just an opportunity to slow the game down, get a bit of information coming out through your physio. It's usually a good ploy. Just if, they can see something going wrong. Players are told just go down for a second. We can get some information out to you.
Well, there'll be a triple substitution here for the junior Matildas. So Frida Caraberis is coming off, replaced by Annie O'Farrell. Lucy Wicks comes onto the pitch, the South Australian defender. And just waiting on the fourth official for that third substitution.
It's usually about the time, our coach makes substitutions just to see if we can change up the game for 60, 65 minutes, Because if Australia can get a goal, obviously change the game, and anything can happen, as I said. But if we take a few more chances, as you're saying before, try and dribble past players, get players forward. Chelsea Harper's made a bit of a difference that when we do attack, she's actually up in the attack, so she's not sitting deep. So we do have another number, and just more numbers means more opportunity to score the goal.
So it was Harper Pell who Lucy Wicks was replacing. Will that third substitution be made now? There were 3 players in bibs waiting. And indeed it has. It's Lauren Disney who's come on, another South Australian, a midfielder in her first call-up. So every board goes up. It is more and more special moments for these youngsters, and an opportunity for them to show the nation just what they can do.
Also an opportunity for the coach. As I said, you've got a lot of good players, and then they might play well for state, and you've got to give them the opportunity at the international level. Some will rise and some, won't do well. So if you don't give them the opportunity, you actually can't find that out.
O'Farrell getting involved early, the Queenslander, 15 years of age. Coming in for not quite her first camp. She has been called up before. Looking to immediately pierce the Thai defence and find Turkan up top, not able to do so.
A lot better though. The ball's come through Tessa Young and come through, and we've actually broke lines and we're moving forward. Bit better ball once again, and could have had another chance there.
Young. Billa. And that's lovely footwork out on that flank, cutting inside Calvinese. He's done that a few times, but then momentum just about comes to an end. Tarrant trying to keep things going up to Jada Taylor. O'Farrell again. Tarrant central. Nice touch from Calvinese. Tarrant ball towards the back post. It's come all the way through. A nice first touch in the second. Flashes past the back post. Inches
Chelsea
away for a goal for the junior Matildas, and it was Chelsea Harper.
But see, we can do it when we try. As I said, I mean, we've got some good width out wide, great ball in. I would have put some money on Chelsea scoring from there. She's usually a really good finisher, but I mean, better. We're doing better.
Now, the best opportunity that Australia's had in this game, it's fair to say, and maybe these substitutes have just given a little bit of extra spark for this side. It was one of those substitutes, O'Farrell, who was key to that move, as was Calvinese, who's been there from the start. Wicks. Across to Tessa Young.
Here we go.
Calvinese again. She's often running, turning, twisting. Calvinese looking for support. Disney. And Disney's ball not able to find Tarrant, who is venturing very far forward.
Substitution for
A
Thailand.
substitution
Number
for
12,
Thailand.
replaced by number 14,
It will be
Papichaya
Papachaya Kajansung
and number
coming
11,
on the pitch,
Osman being
replacing
by
Pararawi
number
Budmala. Natatita Tirapalika also comes on. She replaces Monsita Nomnuan, who was the player down injured earlier. So a double change for Thailand in response to Australia's changes. Hoping to wrest the momentum of this game back, of course. 2 goals to the good. They don't need to do too much resting, but they'll be very keen to keep this clean sheet.
Yeah, as I said, made a bit of a difference before too. Matty Gabilla is actually trying to overlap and actually link up with the forwards now. So
Ball squared, Calvinese. A tangle of legs and the foul committed against Australia. Lauren Disney involved in the play as well. As Janya, the player, fouled. Thailand just getting bodies in the way and preventing Australia from getting the shot on goal.
it's a lot tighter and a lot better organised this second half now. Maybe obviously the influx of the new players, but we just seem a lot more compact, in a better position to win far more ball.
O'Farrell's been very good since coming on. Perhaps it's just fresh legs at this stage of the game. The midfield had a lot of running to do in the first half. Any kind of fresh legs in those positions was always going to be welcome, but she's come on and looked good, as has Lauren Disney.
All the substitutes have actually looked quite good, to be honest. So you can see a bit of humidity out there. It's affecting them. If you watch the players off the ball.
Lots of hands on hips, as you mentioned earlier. Calvinese. Did she come from an offside position? Assistant referee says no, and in fact has won her side the throw. Calvinese training with Melbourne City, one of a number of Victorians doing so.
Yeah, it's good to see a lot of the players across all the states are getting the opportunity to train with the A-League. Just makes for playing with better players would make you a better player. So the fact that they're giving the opportunity to 14, 15 is great.
Well, a yellow card there for that challenge, Shani O'Farrell. A challenge like that is not so much the outcome as it is the nature of the challenge itself, and despite the fact that it looked like she got a fair chunk of the ball, unfortunately in doing so has also picked up a fair chunk of the player, and that's why the yellow card was awarded.
But I find players like that in terms of if you're like very, very quick, once you've made a decision to make a tackle, it's very, very hard to stop if you've got it wrong. So I'll vouch for her on that one.
No, certainly no intent at all, and then went over and apologised as well. So all good on that front, and it looks like the player for Thailand, Kikintod, is okay. One of the goal scorers in the first half. She's back on her feet. No harm done.
But once again, it's an opportunity then for slow the game down at the moment. We spending a lot more time in their half, so it's another opportunity that we can, for Thailand to slow the game down. They're probably quite happy with the foul.
That's also something that these games provide an opportunity for young players to learn, particularly at AFC level, just about sometimes the football, as Thailand come forward once more. Excellent work to cut that out by Wicks. And a ball across the face of goal was aiming for Tira Palika. Cut out well. Yeah, it's not just learning about playing the game, it's learning about other parts of the game as well. The ebbs and flows of an international football match can be different at a domestic level.
I think the biggest thing they'll learn is at the speed of the game, like just how much faster the game is. Hopefully then they go back and work on that aspect of their game.
Kabila up to Calvinese. Calvinese out wide to Harper. Harper wins a throw. It's Chelsea Harper, of course, having that golden opportunity just minutes earlier to get a goal back for Australia. Australia win the ball back here. Thailand have done very well to work the ball out from the back, and now Australia will have to reset. Headed into midfield.
Thai players are so sharp on the ball. There's always there's always a passing option. There's always support for them. And I've just put the jinx on them. Kicked it out.
Commentator's curse.
Yes.
But you're right, it is something that they've done exceptionally well. Very well organised, technically very good. Disney will battle to win the ball back and does so. So here come the junior Matildas, but that pass wasn't able to find a teammate. It was again Calvinese, who's probably looked the most likely in terms of creating opportunities for Australia. He was on that right flank at the moment. The pass didn't manage to hit her, and then come all the way back to Birchmore. Taylor. Off and running. Nice work in midfield. Disney. That was a fantastic challenge, though, from Homtago to win it back for Thailand.
But the difference is, they don't sort of play it into space so that the player can run onto it and utilise their pace to get away. So they play it tight, and therefore they allow the Thai players to catch up and affect that tackle.
There's a lovely ball over the top. Good defending from Gabila to shepherd with a shot off the ball.
Birchmore's done well there too, so it's good. Right, more substitutions again.
3 more players getting ready to come on. As the 4th official dropped the substitutes board, I think she has, so we'll have to eyeball exactly who these players are.
Yeah, we have Tweedales coming on, so she's going to play 11.
So Holly Tweedale, the 14-year-old, her first call-up, 7 goals in the under-15 Emerging Matildas tournament.
Yeah, she's a great striker. So, plays for Manly. Manly's producing some good ones because obviously originally Chelsea Harper came from there as well. So, and there's a lot of good players coming from there, but can use both feet, score with both feet. So, good addition to the team.
Zara Ahmed, another one of the players to come on, a Queenslander, 15 years of age, made headlines or highlights reels from her backflips after scoring at the Emerging Matildas Championships, 2 in 2 years. So if she can manage to get herself on the score sheet here, don't be surprised if we see some acrobatics. She's trying to win the ball there, not able to do so.
Hayley Muir was our, for under 16s, our backflip specialist. Every team has one, I think.
Annika Driscoll, another player from northern New South Wales, Western Sydney Wanderers Academy now. Her first call up this camp as well. And the other player substituted on.
Yeah, I mean, she's been playing for the Jets. Unfortunately, Jets, got put down in Division 2, so she's made the decision to come to Wanderers, which is obviously great for her. Long road trip for the parents, though.
Oh, back pass from Birchmore, not quite coming off, so it's been gathered by Kikuntodd, who will look to loft it central. Coming around to clear was Tessa Young. Maybe understandably, a little bit of disorganisation with these substitutes for the junior Matildas. They've made a number of them now.
I was just about to say that. I mean, it's realistically a brand new team, other possibly Gabila. New team and the keeper. Yeah, it takes a while to get working together as a unit once you've got that many changes to a team. But obviously, the purpose is as well, let's have a look at these players and let's see how they go. So sometimes the result isn't the most important thing. It's an opportunity just to look at these younger players.
Terapalik intercepted for Thailand, but not quite able to make anything of it. But again, the junior Matildas almost immediately turning the ball back over. Heavy sigh from Anissa Tan.
Anissa Tan's wanting people to use that left foot more, that's all. So would be so much better if we had more dual-footed players.
Here come Australia in transition, looking to poke the ball forward. It's Ahmed, who can't get there in time. That's better.
Number 19, Sienna Calvanese, replaced by number 7, Annika Driscoll. Number 11, Alara Turkan, replaced by number 9, Zara Ahmed. Number 14, Java Taylor, replaced by number 20, Holly Tweedale. And number 1, Darlie Birchmore, replaced by number 18, Alicia Manford.
There you go. That's one that we missed in that cacophony of substitutions. There has, in fact, been a goalkeeper change. So Darlie Birchmore makes her way off the pitch. She made a number of fantastic saves, tipping over the bar. We'll stick with play, though, because it's Holly Tweedale for the junior Matildas, cutting inside, looking to get the shot away. Tweedale! Shot blocked. That would have been some introduction for the 14-year-old, and now Thailand will be denied by the offside flag. So another substitution, Alicia Manti coming on. Her first call up, a Queensland Darlie Birchmore.
So that's probably the difference between like your state level football and national football in terms of Holly there. So probably for New South Wales, she would have got away there from the original ball through on her left foot, and I would have put money on her scoring. But then obviously the Thai players are exceptionally fast, and she's had to come back on right.
Here's Tweedale again. Ahmed. Wicks. Pass intercepted, so Thailand again launch it forward. Sengta. Shepherded well by Wicks. And Alicia Manti able to come out and claim.
There's an opportunity there if we had to be really careful. Thai player in between our two centre backs, and if they'd looked up, we would have been a little bit of trouble there. So Erin Tarrant and also Maddie Gabila,
Only 2 players remaining for the Junior Matildas from the team that started the game. So almost a completely rotated side.
Plus the fact that they're playing left and right back now in terms of wing backs and having to do a lot of running. I'm sure that they would probably be the 2 tightest players tonight.
Young. Nice touch around the corner from Disney. The Junior Matildas are off and running. Ball sent to Tweedale. Had a head of steam, but it was defended away well by Janya of Thailand.
Offensively, we're doing so much better this half. I mean, it's good to see.
Again, no doubt a lot of these players who didn't get their opportunity from the start may well do so on Friday night. That curtain raiser game against the same opposition in Gosford at Central Coast Stadium, a curtain raiser to the Matildas.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he does in regards to, does he start his whole bench and just give people the opportunity? It's only 2 games, and I mean, there might be a lot more games for him to have a look at some of these players.
Work from Tessa Young. Annie O'Farrell finds some space.
She's done well since she's come on. I mean, she's picked up the ball and she's, that forward movement is what we need.
Tessa Young. Harper. Towards the fence, but that ball just gobbled up by Thailand, as they have done so often in this game.
So it's interesting if, they're just holding the ball now. So maybe the message has gone out. I mean, they're quite happy with 2-0. If Australia needs to, to get something from this game, they need to chase the ball now. So they're quite happy just to pass around. I mean, as a coach, I would be for the last 5 minutes saying, let's just keep possession. 2-0, game's won. They step up just a little bit. I mean, they've got, as I said, a fresh team on, so should have good legs to try and affect a turnover.
Well, Zara Ahmed tried to do so there, but maybe a little bit too much enthusiasm in the challenge. But that's what we'll see from the forwards in the last 10 minutes or so. Can't imagine there'll be too many stoppages in this second half. Thailand trying to find an opening. Australia in the throw, and will look to just creep up the sideline. Oh, pass intercepted. Danger here for Australia. Turning, twisting away is centre. Eventually cleared.
But by continuing, making that throw in back, they're inviting the pressure. I mean, they should know that the Tigers will chase and chase hard. So that more numbers are coming now.
We've been talking about the humid conditions. Certainly the Thai team, you'd imagine, would have to be pretty used to it. That was the right idea. Lauren Disney making the run in behind, the pass just not reaching her.
I spent some time in Malaysia, and trying to train a full training session over there, it's really hard to get used to. So this would be nothing for the Thai players.
Built different by necessity.
But you just get used to it. Obviously, so but the humidity they have is nothing like tonight's. Probably a fresh night for them.
Here come the Junior Matildas. Ball forward for Ahmed. Zara Ahmed can't get there. Ahead of Pimlapat Iwong in goal.
Once again, a lot better though. We're looking to get forward and a little bit better touch. I mean, it's come off the back, but a bit better touch, and once again, possible chance of another goal scoring opportunity.
She would have claimed it was intentional if she could have gotten there.
She would have asked Neymar, who controls it on his back, and said no.
5 minutes plus stoppages for the junior Matildas in this game. They have built nicely in the second half. Fresh legs making a big difference as the game has worn on. It's still, they've been accumulating half chances. That opportunity for Chelsea Harper earlier in the half, the best sight on goal that Australia have had. 2 more substitutions for Thailand. Kanakpon Wansong, one of the players coming on, she replaces Kanyapat Munyun. And Pronapa Wizardshot, the first half goal scorer, makes way. And Titirat Samrong comes on.
I think they've got their substitutions wrong.
I think they have as well, because Kanyapat Munyon is not on the pitch. So the substitutes board has 2 players on it who are not on the pitch. It is Kanakpon Wansong, the player who is waiting to come on, who's making way. It is, in fact,
the referee is orchestrating the substitutions, because I don't think they actually know who's meant to go off. What do they say? You've only got one job?
Well, Papacha Kajring Sung is the player making way. So she was earlier substituted on. She comes off for Kanakpon Wansong. We got there in the end. And Junior Matildas will be hoping that all of that kerfuffle will be time added on as they search for at least a goal in this game, and ideally 2.
It's good to see. I mean, you've got 88th minute, and Thailand is still looking to chase the ball and win the ball and turn over possession. So I thought they might have just sat back, kept the 2-0 result, kept possession of the ball, but I mean, they're looking for more.
Yeah, again, well, it's to win. They're looking for more than that as well. Tweedale, high interception. The play may continue here. Great run from Driscoll. Annika Driscoll. Claimed by Ewong in goal. Again, promising for Australia.
That impetus of pace has made a big difference to how we're playing now.
It certainly has again. It was Holly Tweedale involved.
I actually thought Holly might have been a little bit more selfish there. I mean, her shots from distance are great, so usually she is.
It was nice work from Disney to play it over the top for Harper. And a throw in a high area. Throw exponents in this squad?
Not really. Not that I know of, so... It's a weapon if you've got someone in the team that can do it, though. I mean, some of these girls can throw into the box, you know, penalty spot. You may as well just say it's like having a cross, but it's not a lot.
A lot of forward now. Ahmed looking to create space. Ball's gone central. Players were there, and Thailand in transition now will try and make use of the space offered, but that's great work in midfield from the junior Matildas to prevent that chance going any further. And the referee will stop play.
It's hard. Chelsea, come on. Take one for the team, as we say.
Hopefully nothing more than
I'd say
a winded.
Yeah.
Those ones hurt at close range. It's very difficult to describe unless you've experienced it. Those balls from close range right in the stomach. It is very painful.
Also, I think in my career, I've only ever got winded once. And, yeah, if you don't know sort of what it is and then it happens, you're like, wow, I can't.
5 minutes of stoppage time, perhaps more, depending on how long Chelsea Harper remains prone and receiving physio attention.
Mike could be happy though with the second half. I think we've obviously got forward a little bit more and had a greater percentage of possession. So he's got to be happy with this second half. I know a lot of legs, but we've looked to move forward. Promising for Friday night.
Again, as we've said, expect to see plenty of rotation for Friday. This is a squad and a camp with the purpose of exposing younger players to national for the first time. A lot of 14 and 15-year-olds in this squad. Thailand, for the most part, bringing out their full under-16s team, the majority of whom we can expect to see at the Under-17 Asian Cup next year. For Australia, a little bit different, but a great opportunity for these players to perhaps push their way into the coach's plans as that ball flashes across the face of goal for Thailand. Australia will now look to play out from the back and look to create more opportunities going forward. Ahmed won't be able to get there. Hanavi Wong, who puts it straight into the middle of Farrell, trying to keep things alive for Australia. Now it's Thailand. Wansong, one way, then the other. Fantastic feed from Wansong, and equally fantastic defending from Lucy Wicks.
What's great about this squad too also is, the age of these players, they're eligible for obviously next year, some of them the year after and some of the year after. So, the future is so bright for women's football. I think a lot of the Matildas, some of the Matildas will retire possibly 2027. To know that you've got these young kids coming through, it's just a plus.
The player went to ground, kicking Todd in the box. Nothing doing, says the referee. Can Australia create one more opportunity? Wicks' touch was heavy, and now it's in the middle for Thailand. Kicking Todd. Ball delivered towards the back post, calmly headed away. And then the shot from distance, dragged wide from Monchita Humsago.
Few girls in. They've done a lot of running again, but obviously, at least a lot of it is in their half now.
Ahmed dropping deep. Tried to pull out the bag of tricks to create something for her side going forward in these final moments of the game. Back with Ahmed. Zara Ahmed just trying to launch it forward. Maybe wanted a little bit more bend on that ball, because we've seen how effective Holly Tweedale has been in getting in behind from that left wing.
Yeah, she dropped it into space instead of drove it. Yeah, there's an opportunity for Holly to get there.
All over the top of Tweedale. Tarrant will fight for it. That's nice work from Wansong to hook it back inside, but it's Australia who end up with it. One more chance. That is what Australia are hoping for, and the vast majority of this big crowd at Wanderers Football Park. There's a nice turn. Harper, nice little 1-2. Gabilla trying to make something happen on her own.
Gabilla's actually done really, really well as right back. Game's centre back, but just added a little bit of impetus and trying to get forward from that. It's great.
Now Thailand have the numbers for Australia. threw a lot of players forward in an attempt to attack. This is a promising transition for Thailand. Cutting inside, the shot blocked away and then just heaved long. Get a little bit scrappy in these last few moments. Ahmed maybe thought she'd won a foul. Nothing doing. For the referee, she's up and okay to continue. Thailand in no hurry at all. They're happy to bank this 2-goal advantage, but now on the attack again. Ball played central, headed away. Is there time for the junior Matildas to at least walk away with something? They've got to keep possession to do so, and at the moment, Thailand are dominating. Shot from outside the area. Flashes past the post, and that is full time at the Wanderers Football Park. It is Thailand who are victorious. 2 first-half goals to the 14-year-old Pronapa Wisachat, and also Kawantita Gigantod gets them the victory, but plenty of positives to take away from a young junior Matildas team. So many debuts today, so many proud moments wearing the green and gold for the very first time. And they'll be hoping the first time of many. But full time, it is Australia 0, Thailand 2.